Hello and welcome back to Off the Post. In today's video we'll be ranking the best transfer rumours of the Premier League season so far. But before that, as always, please like, comment and subscribe. It's very much appreciated and it goes a long way in helping me build a small community on my channel. All the likes and the comments on my videos, all the support on social media as well has been absolutely amazing and I can't thank you guys enough. We've reached 41 subscribers and we're only 9 away from getting 50 subscribers in total, and I would have never thought that would have happened in such a small space of time. Okay, I think we started about a month and a half ago, 2 months maybe, so it's been absolutely amazing. And I just want to say a quick little thank you because I can't believe it. Okay, but yeah, let's get straight into the video. Shall we? We've got 10 players on this tier list and we've got 5 categories in total, which are wow, great signing, alright, confusing transfer and underwhelming. Right, starting off with the first player, it is Zombani from Bournemouth. Okay, hopefully I've said that right. Obviously the Ukrainian centre-back, he's been linked up with a move to PSG for roughly about 55 million, I'm pretty sure. Now that is very good money for Bournemouth, but if you're losing 3 out of your 4 defenders in one transfer window, that is absolutely terrible business from anybody's standards, because how's Areola meant to sort of rebuild that team in such a short space of time? I don't know. I'm sure obviously he will get some good transfers in there, but you know, losing 2 of your best centre-backs and the left-back with Categorize potentially moving away to Liverpool, we'll discuss that as well just quickly. But I don't know about the signing, to be honest. I feel like if you look at it from a PSG perspective, it's fantastic. He'll come in and he'll play a bit part role, you know, a little bit of a squad player. I don't think he'll get into the starting 11 ahead of the 2 main centre-backs that they've got already. I think it's a confusing transfer from Bournemouth's point of view, because losing both of your 2 centre-backs, if you compare Bournemouth to Brighton just quickly, obviously Brighton are used to sort of, you know, buying young talent and always replacing them every single season. But I just don't know how sustainable that model can sort of be every single year, and we don't know if Bournemouth can do that. Obviously they have been, you know, changing up their model recently where they're signing young hungry players, but we'll have to just wait and see. And I feel like there will be loads of question marks, because if they don't sign the right player to replace Sembania and Dean Huyson, I feel like Bournemouth will have a bit of a worse season than they did last season at least. So I'm going to put it confusing transfer just because I don't see it happening. I don't think you can lose both centre-backs in one window. It'd just be an absolute nightmare for Bournemouth and their hopes going into next season. Okay, moving over to another Bournemouth player, and that is Categorize. Obviously he's been linked away to a move to Liverpool for roughly around about £40 million, and that is absolutely fantastic business. When you think about that left-back spot last season, Categorize was one of the best left-backs, top 3 left-backs in the Premier League last season for me. He was absolutely brilliant. His attacking numbers, his running up and down, his constant running up and down the pitch, obviously attacking, getting back as well, and defending, absolutely amazing. I think he probably is better going forward than defending. I feel like his defending sometimes he does get a little bit caught out, but I feel like you can sort of accept that as a defender, as a CDM sort of position, just because of all those all the ability and all of the attacking prowess he provides going forward. So for me, I think it is a wild transfer, just because when you think about Liverpool's side, they probably are just lacking a left back in this current moment of time. A left back, maybe a striker as well. But you know, obviously Andy Robertson has been an absolutely fantastic servant for Liverpool across like what 5, 6, 7 years now. But he's a little bit older. He's getting on a little bit, and he's been caught out quite a few times last season. So I do really think Categorize will be a fantastic understudy to Andy Robertson and potentially overtake him as the season goes by. Okay, moving over to another transfer here. It is Onana for Manchester United. Now he's been linked with a move away to AS Monaco in League One. Okay, and for me, I feel like this would be an alright transfer for them, just because, okay, when you think about Andre Onana, his time at Manchester United has been absolutely awful. Okay, it has been abysmal by anybody's standards. You know what? When they first spoke about Onana, you speak about his, you know, his brilliant footwork with the ball, his fantastic passing ability to sort of pick out those midfielders, pick out the forwards, and yeah, you do see that sometimes at Man United, but again, when he plays out the back, he puts his centre backs under so much pressure with the ball because they're not really good at passing out from the back either. So I don't know. His shot stopping ability isn't there. It isn't good enough for the Premier League. He concedes so many easy goals, and we've seen it time and time again for Manchester United. And I do feel like it'll be a fantastic move away for all parties. And if you was an AS Monaco, if you offered United, I want to say 15-20 million pounds, they probably would accept it just because they need him gone, don't they? They need a replacement in there. They need somebody, better and more. If you can provide that reinsurance at the back, who can provide stability. And when you think of the word stability, Onana just isn't that at all. And for me, I feel like it would be a great signing from all aspects of the pitch for Manchester United, for AS Monaco as well, because I feel like there is a player in there in Onana, but I just don't think he suits the Premier League whatsoever. Obviously, coming through at Ajax, he was fantastic at Ajax, and then into Milan as well. He had a few decent seasons there. Obviously, got his move to United. So I feel like probably 2 out of the 3 transfers from the clubs he's been at so far, they have worked. It just, Manchester United wasn't the right fit for him. So hopefully he can get back to his best at an AS Monaco. Obviously, there are rumours that he wants to sort of fight it out for his place at Manchester United, but I feel like he's fighting a losing battle, and the sooner he leaves, the better for me. Okay, moving over now to another player. Let me just try and get the name correctly. It is Igor Jesus, okay, a Brazilian striker, and he's been linked with a move away to Nottingham Forest, okay. For me, I don't really know much about this transfer. I don't really know much about the player. He's a Brazilian striker. He's scored a lot of goals for, I want to say, Botafogo, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, they're playing in the Club World Cup, and he recently did score one of their opening goals. So he does have a lot of potential from that aspect. And also, I think he's been linked with the likes of Arsenal. So you've got to be a half-decent player to be linked with Arsenal, of course. So I don't know. I feel like as a backup striker to Chris Wood, to an understudy to Chris Wood, to potentially learn from him, I feel like it would be an alright transfer from that point of view. I might just move on quickly because I don't really know much about him. So yeah, I feel like it'd be an alright transfer. He'd be one of these Brazilian signings that could absolutely tear up the league. We never know, We never know. Okay, moving over to Mbeumo. Okay, obviously you've been linked with Manchester United for around about £60 million. And for me, I feel like this would be a wow transfer. I'm just gonna, not speak about this too much because we've spoken about Mbeumo to United quite a few times on this channel, or we've spoken about Mbeumo at least quite a few times. And for me, what he provides to that Brentford side, scoring 18 goals last season, absolutely amazing. The partnership with Wizza has been fantastic, and one of the many reasons why he's been linked with the works of Manchester United. I feel like it's a wild transfer from whoever signs Mbeumo, okay. He is probably top 3 right wingers in the Premier League at the moment, on form at least, and scoring 18 goals will absolutely fire, Manchester United back up the league potentially, and getting Cunha as well in those forward positions, hopefully them two could help out Højlund in front of goal. Moving over now to another player on our list. We've got 5 more players on our list, okay. We've got Emi Martinez to Manchester United. Now, for me, this might just be a very confusing transfer just because I don't really get it, okay. From a player's position, why would you go to Manchester United? That is a slight downgrade in all aspects when you compare it to an Aston Villa. When you compare the overall squad, when you compare the management team, when you compare European places, when you compare the potential to win a trophy, you would always choose Aston Villa at this current stage ahead of Manchester United. Manchester United have been off it for so many years, and don't get me wrong, when you think about Emi Martinez, he's all about, progressing each season. He wants to progress and he wants to win something. He always comes out in the media and says he wants to win trophies at Aston Villa. He wants to win trophies at the international stage. And for me, I just feel like it's a little bit of a downgrade. I feel like it's a back step in your career going to Manchester United at this point of time. Don't get me wrong, they might bounce back in 2 or 3 years' time, but they won't do next season. So for me, it's a little bit of a confusing transfer. And when you look at some of the goals he conceded last season, Emi Martinez, you can almost make an argument saying that he's sort of on a downfall in his own personal playing career as well, just because he conceded so many easy goals for Aston Villa last season. So maybe, some people might be right in saying that it's a part of Unai Emery's master plan of, trying to replace Emi Martinez with the Lille goalkeeper, the French goalkeeper. I can't, his name's, I'm forgetting his name now. I think his name's like Chivier, something like that, Chivier. Maybe I've probably got that wrong, I don't know. I can't pronounce people's names, so I do apologise. And just a quick little update, right? I've just added Margahi to the tier list because I completely forgot about him at the start of this video. So now we've got 11 players in total, okay? And we'll speak about him last on the list. Right, okay, so moving over to another big transfer rumour on this list, and that is Marcus Rashford to Barcelona, okay? Now, I don't know how heavy this transfer rumour is, but obviously I think he's previously just said that he's got a massive desire to play with Lamine Yamal, and who wouldn't? Obviously every player would want to at this current stage, but for me, I just feel like it's a very underwhelming transfer for Barcelona, just because is Rashford going to be a starter for Barcelona? No chance, okay? You've got Rafinha playing left wing, and I just don't think that's going to happen. At striker, potentially, you've got Lewandowski. He's sort of getting on in age. He's, 32, 33 maybe now. And maybe he might get a look in there. But again, he's not going to be a starter, is he? Ahead of the likes of Lewandowski, obviously, and other players in that position. So for me, I feel like Barcelona isn't the move, and it's just underwhelming. Obviously, he did all right at Aston Villa on loan. He did some decent stuff. Scored a few goals. Had a few assists. Played decent against PSG. But other than that, there was a period of I want to say 5 to 10 games where he didn't really do much. Right, moving over to the next player is Harvey Elliott to Brighton, okay, for roughly around 40 million, I want to say. I could be wrong, I'm not too sure, but I feel like that's a great signing for Brighton, just because it gives them another option in there, gives them more rotation when they're sort of getting deep down into the Premier League, and those sort of last, 10 games in the Premier League as well. And obviously when they're trying to compete for European places, it's absolutely amazing. And what Harvey Elliott is offered at Liverpool side in such a small amount of minutes in the Premier League last season, I really do feel like it's a great bit of business for him. And for me, I feel like he does need a transfer away from the club now, just because you've seen it over the last couple of seasons. He was, he's a player with such high regard and such high potential, and he just hasn't really fulfilled that potential just yet. I know he's still young at the age of 21, so he's still got a lot of time to improve and whatnot. But I just feel like he needs to get those starting minutes under his belt before he sort of gets thrown away to the wayside in that sort of aspect when you've got other younger players coming through. And obviously when he wants to sort of maybe has those ambitions of competing for England and whatnot as well, you haven't really seen it as yet. He hasn't really made an appearance in the first team as yet. And when you think about someone at his age, 21, you probably would expect a player of that age in the England squad, and you've seen even younger at the moment. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point, but I do feel like Harvey Elliott would be a fantastic player, fantastic signing, a great signing for Brighton, because right hand side, that yes, they've got Minter, but I feel like Harvey Elliott is a slight upgrade on a Minter, and I feel like that would be a good little two to play on that right hand side. So I'm not too sure, but either way, great little business from them. Now, moving over now to the next player on our list, it is a Brazilian centre-back, I want to say, from Botafogo. Obviously, Nottingham Forest are trying to do a two-player swoop on Botafogo, okay? And that is for the player in Javier Cunha. I'm pretty sure, hopefully I've said that right. I think he's a centre-back, and it would give them another option in there. Obviously, they've got two great centre-backs in there, in Morello and Milinkovic. But I just feel like Cunha would probably give them another backup option, just to sort of, when they're competing in Europe as well, whatnot. I feel like it would be a good option. I'm going to put it in all right, again, just because I don't really know too much about the player. So it is a little bit of a tricky one from that point of view. Right, moving over to the second last player on this list, it is Norgard to Arsenal, okay. Now for me, I feel like it is just a replacement for Thomas Partey, for Jorginho as well. So I feel like overall it is an alright transfer, because I don't think he's going to come in and pull up any trees. Don't get me wrong, he's not really that sort of player. He was a very good stable player for Brentford under Thomas Frank, and I feel like he would be the same at Arsenal when they need to sort of play those cup games, when they need to play those less opposition in the Premier League as well, and in Champions League and whatnot. So I do feel like it'll be an alright signing overall. I don't think he's going to go in and blow anybody away from anybody's standards. But, you know, Norgard has been a very stable player in the Premier League for so many seasons now, since when they first got since when Brentford first got promoted, obviously. So yeah, I feel like it is an alright transfer. But yeah, that's just my opinions. Okay, moving over to the last player on this list, okay, that is Margehi to Liverpool. Obviously, I think they've been rumoured with a £50 million rumoured fee, I'm pretty sure. I feel like Liverpool are waiting for Yarnell Quansah to get his move to Bayern Leverkusen, a £35 million move to the Bundesliga. So I feel like they need to sort of wait for that to get wrapped up before they can sort of, you know, offer Margehi some more money and whatnot for PSR reasons and specific whatever. But you know, Margehi, absolutely fantastic centre back in the Premier League, one of the best in the centre back position. Obviously, what he's done at Crystal Palace, helping them win the FA Cup last season, was absolutely fantastic. Getting the England team, being a mainstay player in that England team over the last year or two, I want to say as well. He is a fantastic centre back, Margehi. You know, he's got great recovery speed. He's great at playing out from the back, passing the ball, good at tackling, all this sort of stuff. He has got it all, and he also has bags of ability to sort of improve as well. And he's still a younger player. I want to say 22, 23, maybe 24 at this point. I'm not too sure. Roughly around that age, anyways. But for me, I want to put it in a wow, in the wow category. He is that good of a player, and I don't think 50 million is that bad for a Margehi either at all. I don't know if like already getting 50. I feel like maybe obviously maybe like 50, 60. Obviously Crystal Palace wanted 70 million last season from Newcastle and whatnot, so I don't know if Liverpool will get him for 50. I'm not too sure, but if they could, it would be fantastic. I don't know if he's a starter at Liverpool straight away, but there are obviously rumours that Konate might leave to Real Madrid as well. So if Konate leaves and Margehi comes in, I feel like next to Van Dijk will be absolutely brilliant. But again, even if he's just a backup, he will still get so many games under Liverpool. Probably like what, I still want to say 35, 40 games next season. So I feel like it is a fantastic signing from everybody's standards. One that would be a wow transfer for me. But yeah, this is my tier list, and let me know what you think in the comments, okay? What do you think about Categorize to Liverpool? What do you think about Margehi to Liverpool and Bromo to Manchester United? Do you think Emi Martinez is making the wrong choice joining Manchester United? How do you feel about Harvey Elliott going to Brighton, all this sort of stuff? How do you think about Marcus Rashford to Barcelona? Do you think Barcelona would actually buy Rashford? And if not, where do you think Rashford would end up in the transfer window, okay? Yeah, those are all my questions. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe. It's very much appreciated, and it goes a long way in helping me build a small community on my channel. Now, I just want to say I might have had a few lighting problems on this video. Hopefully not. I'll have to see in the editing process. I just want to say a quick little thank you to everybody for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.